Now, one of the things I make one say yenya bema mini aketua no Adenta Kumi. Me say no many brain so pa because I was expecting say obeka say yi. Then in some no kind na anodin. Nti so obehwe no na me bu afu pa ka che ni say to bu ase na afi na wo ba kakran kakra afi na wo ba nti ensem ni bi wo ho a menka na kwa kofa ensem bibiri aba enye fe na me pese me bo voice we ye Mustapha Hamid Mustapha Hamid a very expensive so a doctor they say yeah doctor PhD or ye lecturer wa bempa ono na kasama na Akufo-Addo ansa na drobi okwo zongo development ena echi NPP enso okoye ehu adwuma NPP me debia me kasa me mpewasem ma me nkawasem ma me nka ne se na bi omunti ase hwe one course bi a me kire media and politics. Now, one of the subtopics, political marketing and political communication. Now, Papa B, your friend of Patterson, Edward Patterson. Now, or say political communication, say ye kasa wa amanyusim no. Bibia your friend of Siemens at 3C. Patterson say, o kasa ye wa amanyusim no baako e wo say ye clear. E wo say ye clear. Clear chese asem na wo ka no e wo say eto asumu baako o say e wo say e ye convincing. Convincing say etimi sise nipa adwene. E na baako e wo say e ye compelling. Compelling say esisa nipa na adwene wi a afi na Kenya ne say we de meto ama no enti ubehun say obi betimi aka asem bi na emu da hode but na ensisa nipa adwene en convince no obi won so betimi aka asem na asesa na adwene de ubehun say bi o ye NDC ni but e bi NPP ni kasa ye no asesa na adwene but e bia en Kenya onko. That is the compelling, because you can be convinced but not compelled. Convincing me as in Kenya me say mean taking the next action. Nemum dear eyana e buana ne say asem na wo kan ye no eye clear emu da ho ba ko ne say utimi sesa nipa bi adwene ane nemum die ne betimi akanya ma nipa na ka say me tuama NDC and I me tuama NPP. And na Edward Patterson say in political communication it has to be clear, it has to be convincing, it has to be compelling. Baby okroka consistency. That is political communication. Adieno e wo se muda ho. Adiena wo kan e wo se etimi sesa nipa adwene. Ena ade na eda ho no nso e wo se etimi Kenyan nipa ema nipa to enu nti na MPP na omunim so ommewini with what free senior high school breaking the 8 Dr. Baumia digitalization ebia na ye clear but na ntimi convince nipa enu nti na ye mu bi ehu se MPP betimi alusu ntem because asem na minia panyi Dr. Baumia ka no na emu da ho kra na enye convincing ye we bi won so na enye clear the MPP projects bi na enye clear ne say o ka say obeye credit score card na enye clear message digitalization enye ade a convincing nipa it could be clear digitalization no Dr. Baumia ba digital Baumia eye clear message say ye here say ye beko digital but na enya convincing the enya convincing ni say ene ya ye ka say digital no aba beka ye ho enti ehia Dr. Bawumia no beka che say Ghana was ye called digital enti na nya convincing message na mo me clear message na mu da ho de now so enti means say nipa adwen because you to know our TikTok our Facebook our WhatsApp or ye nneoma bebre kra ohia aban bi na be kire say e wo say ye call digital enti na digital na na de attach Dr. Bawumia no na nya de a etimi sise nipa adwen na Kenya ni say onkoto aba ebusia muntie nneoma na ya ye kire wo classroom no say ye kasa based on a certain theory enti ye nkasa keke so once ye near brain ye can be bia ye kasa based on a certain theory ade bia eda ho a obi aye nhwehwemu ene de gina so ne ye de kasa enti enye ya tinka na mo ye nhwehwemu a ye de kire wo se de enti a Ghana fotoma NDC ni se chie 2016 de enti a Ghana fotoma NPP ni se na message no eye clear na ye convincing and na ye compelling. Why? Because na Akufo-Addo one district one factory na ye clear planting for food and jobs ye dua nuane ne de amadua ye clear free senior high school ye clear incompetent Mahama ye clear sa nyoma ni nyina no na mu da ho ti Ghana for na NDC for at that time na de no mu ye no ababa se onapo no ababa se na enya clear na message bia ni ho a omo in 20 meka NDC for enti ankenya nipa na Akufo-Addo de no was so clear so convincing and so compelling and now omo to aba now 2024 NDC for sua ye hu say Ghana for no mu kasa ka de ometimi relate to enti nkokon ketenkete na NDC MPP for siro mu mekani mi fie da mu say MPP for mo sere nkokon ketenkete munnim de ekoso sa nkokon ketenkete project no the whole thing is about say Ghana ye kra $300 million nkokon enti say aban bi say or the nkokon ketenkete ba omu na ebenyini na yetimi anya nkokon na yetimi atesa de no so enti mamo mfa nkokon mamo nsere nkokon ketenkete no eye messenger emu odu pa meka che o mantie sa nkokon ketenkete no eye djuma baako o se obia bedidi no atimi aye 113 obia bedidi 24-hour economy adjuma enti omudi adjuma be hye nkrofo trim o de asempa ba o 24-hour economy sa amna no ne ye dege Bawumia Joma Hamid efunu ojan funu bebia na Ghana fo duru at that time no mu hia ade eye wow factor what factor ni say e de ne Dr. Bawumia de beba new aye hu bi da oti ase but John Mahama was so clear say or say makotna fie mesua de me hu me mistakes me wo experience chain obia oni sa experience no into or the experience na na kikabo ma so it got people convinced and compelled to vote for NDC. Mameni mini Adenta Kumi entwetwe nkomo because enra me kan ho asem on this same platform. Ya djuma na ya ye no ya nya nti say ye time obi. Sabi mini anu no. But so oye bibi na enya ya beka. But it is also fair say you can't say our platform we are so no. Ye man kwan na o chirechire mu de na opese oti ankasa na de na opese oka because de dodo na tie ni de na say nani abre pa say ye be ku bi abem. But my meni ntwetwe nkomo. Adenta Kumi, good morning.
Good morning, bro. Bibi aboko.
Yami adum na unso e.
Yami adum bibi aboko.
Yami asi. It is well. Campaign you say.
Koyi pa. Koyi. Yenya prese yabeji tumiyama osoko kuku party no. Ayama Dr. Bawumia be president nti. Ni swadi una na media ma idea. But the mouse na eze ultimate pray. Eye ni ye na animonyam so ba. Yenya media show nsemu.
We wish you well in advance.
Thank you very much.
The time me friend na no pay enra video call viral me won say okwa forms na weni abre na wo te warning na wo te NDC for warning me hu me say amenie on kasasa menim say we obi a ubu ade menim say obi a o communication one of the clearest communication but number say na dey na ba so a okwa forms na weni abre na say me a make can be chirel but eno an ewie no as family you said di nkomo me pese me ti ase de na now pese wo ka chirichiri mu yi ne enti ase.
Well, first of all, me chia ubibia utie ahimfie na no pay. But I think somewhere last year January I even had a conversation with you on radio where I was leading the Young Elephant Study Group on a research why NPP lost the election. So Bekaya, when me twetwem komo busame ensem emse sata na wo radio fofo. Se pa so Bekaya.
Bekai pa.
Na your political niema you know. And we here say ya that here say the PPI ye be biano. And so we have to be informed. And say ye here say ye the data the year to man. Na time information no so benya so a enso kwa amanfo ko buso mo say ni say ana say u buso tutu krofo anu buso say den no one more amba beto aba na eden na that no e ma won ba beto aba e very very important and our research no so ye no one time say my research and then bejai it has to be maybe periodic and I say u go put to me biso and so what see the infofoni here at see. It will be a year or never to Abadiama NPP. Yes, sir. Emra de bar Abayima. Never be pray apostle. And we will be pray apostle. You are a witness. You bet me and you are one of the people that made a lot of noise in support, say what they did was not right. And then Ubia the Kasani Abechino. Somebody will be repost of something that will be for Friday people. I don't know post here. Why did you share that information? It's never be brave. You will say be a consumer promo. And even before that, we will run a cost. Yet, Kaiser, yet, promo, and about entirely no, I draw 4K men 2024 election. No, meet me here. Ubeko, you say, ye chinchu for Sano who changing up, baby, near see a court, it's in the pre. It's in the pre, the course of 2024 election. And my NPP MPs, and only NPP MPs will break us out. I'll move here and now. You go for a case of key MP. Only a Mukasa on the Casa about to be renewed, but near may be to which chin years up, ye know you go for a woman the protecting it. Make us a mistake categorically say we are warning them. You see now who started the starting of the conversation. See, you see now we will meet them shoulder to shoulder because so we be out to Obama NPP. Let's say when you say who got to Obama with protection, and I say did you ever want to appear to me protect you as a voter? A hard game. One got some nephew. But here we are convinced that NPP did not lose the 2024 election. We gave it out. And you so do it. Nearly a day among for full MP battle. In summer, you bet me you go for a 10, I will make Piapano. As you can, and you send people for you're violent. But a promo you say, ballot box the idea. And is will be added in second. And I don't know there's a ballot box. There's a will be for our each debate with the second ballot box.
Yeah, that one is fair.
Because, yes, it is on that premise, and the better that we've had a free and fair election. Then I have two of them make a full ballot box now in a while back.
To
and I may tell you, say you have got two about
it's Yamranti, police for take action.
My ballot box, and I know it's now. As Professor Minim so we Ubepany. One Shakra Masuma Bono, Me care who said we have been for the. In Chasema, that make can say our people have been crying. Said the airport we use for 2028. No, they are quite on the room line. Say we know na. So people did national youth organizer. Oji said if 80% of the voter register are youth, you have to protect them. It's not about violence. It's about letting people know say, oh, we are intellectuals, but we can match it. Yes, now moving from the and the winning election. We are not like I said, we need election. Then what is the proactiveness of the youth organizer? What is the proactiveness of the youth organizer? It's then the formation of medical. It is I know social media there because of sensation, because of the energy, But you see, the whole day I'm a compiler, it was planned. You got to understand in political science, you have to understand your audience. I always tell people, say, when it comes to politics, you share politics, privately debate to people on the international, when they come ask us questions, when we are doing our Zoom meetings with them, lecturing them. I'm a senior consultant. I've been a consultant for 17 good years. I started running for MP at the age of 25. I have 3 companies. I have a company that does pure consultancy. I have a company that sells water. We work with we understand how people feel, what are the expectations of people. So we don't just speak amiss. And you share an open, you go filing, good in Ghana, we give to specifically talk about what we want to bring on board. In the crowd, when you're on a campaign platform, you have to know what to say in order not to bore the people that are listening. You have to understand what will get the attention of the people quickly so that they can follow the campaign. It's very important that you politics. And to shut them back, good evening, Ghana. We need to put down a structure that is well organized, not a structure that we mobilize people only 3 months to an election. No. So what we want to do for the youth wing, it's not just about the protection, it's one of it. But in order to give the people confidence, the person may better about my battle any ways because of the ballot box. The person may better about give me room money because you're possible and make sure say if you have peacefully. And I never born here so. But it's a for be send the bra also. But the chat here, you may do a while in politics. It will be yɛte pɛni pie mate manti nkɔmɔ bebree asɛm so nana no konam si dɛ nana mi nua pɛni ebi pie ni amia ne frɛ ne busa sɛ nana na yɛ ɔmɔdi bi ana eti ɛnɛ ne bɔ ne so ana adɔpɛ yɛ de kasa.
Good. Minim enti na jawo nia pɛni na ɛwɔ sɛ me kakakra kyerɛ mi nia ketɔ no bi aka sɛ ɛba yɛ man ka bi minim wakoma ɛne minim do a wodɔma NPP. And so, say enkoye ambiguous no. Wadaruma moving forward no. Na wama kasana amantiase no ato asumu bebre na enkoye enchechemu bebre because ebi okwa akon ena minim se dachi bi Dr. Bawumia nso ba oye mmabunu ni bia obetimi aye CU anase bia adwuma kese pa because I know who you are and the potentials are wo and the fact say uyobia uwo nimdie eni hunumu enti kasa ye nyina to bia yetimi tofom na empanyifo afre se na de asem na wo kan ye no na yese o yate enti nobody is perfect me ameti amenye perfect metimi aka bibia manatra but it's good to say when ya kwanya ma nipa hu se enye ne bone kwan so na wo kan no na emom eye se monso make sure say NDC for emfa hunehune bia Emma me fa ballot box na mbe protecting na aye fair no mama police aye adwuma na mo nso mo ntwema obia asisie bia emmem. I think say sana na person ochire
precisely so. Now Ghana ha one amrasha nza Ghana police amrasha nza. We will always have to help the police to do their job. That's why when you see something you say something. It's all about working with the Ghana police. It's all about working with the authority. In the NPP, only NPP did say NPP for any to draw for. And I hear to draw for so that. Yeah, you election they will not go for. And NPP, you election they will not go for. They will buy it. Yes, sir. Buy it. The Musama Boka. Omunya to you, you wouldn't hear more boy. You wouldn't hear more with 2 million. And Muna, you voters, no one.
Anyway, Mami Nyoma Miense Bia Obey National Youth Organizer Abayama NPP.
And first of all, my National Youth Organizership is based on 3 teams.
Yeah, also mention yeah, Santini Jai no bro for now, Kaka, no catch because only as Santi for Ahimfi Nekasa.
And I might say, and I have a structure, opportunities. I have a quick and third one here could be a victory. Then I believe, sir, maybe a NPP you know. As it mission near which is a structure, it's mission near man. Ye cafe and net ye co-election debate me. Akwako winning. As it mean mobilizing. I didn't remember a boom. Now, yes, you said, 5 years ago, me a consultancy be my bank be. Now, no pushing him in the cafe. So, I'm per se, client, no, almost client in a year. They have to do what we call, they have to take serious what we call KYC. As a professor, so KYC. Know your client. In knowing your clients, and people, what we are going to do is KYM, know your member. And yes, you can be a police station executive, youth organizer, and a police station executive under 40 years. And see who baby or two about, and see who baby or tea, and see who the king, and see who say one worry and answer on worry, and see who 2 months or year and answer on year Juma. And we say politics, no, so say, and yet. Organization keke and mobilization keke. You have to mobilize and engage. In engage, you know, I said, we engage to find opportunities for people. And I say, oh, NPP, your opposition is yes, I believe, sir, as a youth organizer in opposition, I need to find opportunities. Emma youth, for them to develop. First of all, or say, or your MPP, or supporting MPP, or your MPP, you are good standing. Now, so when you're man, or pursue Shia said you to know ye, Okada, or per se, or court nursing training, or your nursing, or you say opportunity to do what nurses for me, it may call Abruche. The party under my leadership as National Youth Organizer is going to find those opportunities. And then, in fact, Andrea make us a minion course, they pray. My member could be a friend, or say, or no, do you tailor, madam. Just what will be a Juma or Chem for the Pama. Now, said ye Pama, or person of fact, Obama may not Minya, Obama may be got 20. Now, make your mother what show one day, or do a crowd, do Marcy. And I'm getting those calls. Menya, your friend is saying, carpenter need be also do a person share carpentry. Or your grassroots near and the near this person share carpentry. Or also be found for we have many of that. It shouldn't just be said. It's all about winning an election. No. It's about developing the youth of NPP. To send your party over here. I'm going to be a bunch of better. Hey, maybe I'm not a floating vote down. Maybe to any MPP. And then I'm so as I say, the MPP now Aquina Namia Duna Dr. Baumia Winnie 2028, which I know said Namia Duma Dr. Baumia Winnie election 2028 near power. And in 50-50. Because in youth development, some opportunities should not only be in opposition, but when we come to government. And then NPP will never be more skills will be developing. And we give them the jobs to do. And to Michelle Dr. Baumia said, and in 50-50, we are going to give them the victory. But to me in the bar, we shouldn't just be say, yeah, only a 2 apartment, we are 2 million. Yeah, one, and then we also partnership in government. in governance. And to the essence, they say, 50-50 year making. Yeah, say Dr. Baumia to see you are the deputy as a year member. So to sue finance minister, the deputy as a year member. Over that, there's just opportunity to be. The party must find a path to groom the next generation. And to be the youth is not the future, but the youth is rather the present and the future. We will always be here. So developing the youth today, is the only thing that can make the NPP more attractive to Ghanaians.
Right. I wish you well. Na meaning say and command be to aswa and camp.
Allegations and for years
O say
but yes. We say don't too much.
And so me no enti ye ni say ani a balance no na ma bibia so ayi okay.
But media
agusua nti de ekoso bia no ya na wa mama ya aware na feedback amenya na kire say the way we see akase na no pay chen nti konisa na nti memua na etimi convince nkrofo na that you be CEO ametimi aba office.
That's your group. The very national youth organizer, so very exclusive.
Judy.
Oh,
Judy. We wish you were at Chebusia for mommy. Santima Joso. That's it. Adenta Kumi and Meneno etwetwe enkomo no. Ji say ne tofa ni nyina ne say o say nyem tokwa asem na emum NDC for no. Abutu e won say sometimes ya na politicians no omo refi. Omo tell you so where be the good people of Ghana. Me can NDC for the night tell you part 2016. Oh, the good people of Ghana will know say I am doing well. The good people. Now say, okay, say Enkoya 2016. So Ghana phone the omnim say John Mahama. Yeah, the 2016 no. 2024. Near Kase NDC be wini NPP mbeko opposition no. NPP for Ghana phone ni mejuma na nekufu adai ne Dr. Baumianti, the good people of Ghana. And the woman. Now talking about Mustapha Hamid. Mustapha Hamid, a doctor, or academia, or a lecturer, or being very experienced. Ope one politician or you very experienced. Onim kasa ye pa year. A Mustapha Hamid. On an ekosaman and Kufuado. Nansen Kramu Koshia Yema or deliver a wonderful speech. HSA in Kremofo, a Christopher ye bako, or Tunyumina. Nansen Wakako fa forms. On also first vice chairman. Okako Pibi. Na uni Mustapha Hamid, ma me fanan kana bako sem kakra emma. Why? Edru maybe no. And this is time John Mahama. In Sembi say na Mustapha Hamid. Oka.
This is a confession I'm willing to make in front of the cameras that I had lost hope in this country. Yes. Why? Because for the 7 years that I was in the University of Cape Coast, young men and women who we often say are the future of our country were never interested in academic discourses that would advance the cause of our country. Nobody was interested. But if you brought Shatawale or Sarkodie, the halls were bursting to their seams. Quite frankly. And
we a brana Mustapha Hamid under NDC. Na ose walusu hope. In fact, one video called viral cry we say we need to rescue this country. Chabreno. Osuya because that time not John Mahama saw me and watch that time no. 2016 ni the na nyo. Na nya John Mahama ye mpani din kra tie. Enti eduru baby Mustapha Hamid osuyi pa. And okande.
This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Mustapha Hamid sunyo. She. Money Mustapha Osuyo. Because that time John Mahama ya ho tete that time ya campaign ya John Mahama. Share 2016. Many a bread time solid FM. Say Jantuah Bama na Kufuado, Jantuah Bama na Kufuado, John Mahama onkoyo. Share na that time ya ho yira yo. O ka share John Mahama nkrofo nti. That time na me ni apenyi Felix Kwachi mu, Sam George mu, Okude to Black mu, babies with sharp teeth. O meye yewa mu unzo ma ye opa. Kwakubwa everyday 2016 and a pa just a rescue this country ni nyina yesu ya Mustapha Hamid afọ obedi aban krayante ne nka na de nti America no ho asem na nsi okofa ne forms na eho Mustapha Hamid minim so munya fa forms no mu supporters na o de yenti ensem a wokai I was shocked.
Party to put me in the front lines in 2028 and I shall spit pure fire towards the NDC. That's what I represent, Mr. Chairman. That is what I represent. I carry everything that this party wants for 2028. I carry settler communities. I carry Zongo communities. I carry media people. I carry the intellectual class. I carry the youth of this country. I am going to be your universal first vice chairman, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, if I was a footballer, I would be called a utility player. Wherever you put me, I am going to play. So I want this party to put me in the front lines in 2028, and I shall spit pure fire towards the NDC.
Utie dear Mustapha Hamid Kaya in political communication, and kadio kacha atono edi kaiba ansa na uwie na waka o se motomamia metuja pure fire. Now in political communication say okasa words na fire na e kane ye de otimi di atem de otimi kasa ye yebeko because politics asem na ye kan you hwe na kufa do koye or die be die. That's word phrase yenim de ye okasa ye kire omo ketua bi wa atiwa yenim de ye it is a politician ka fire we spit or spit fire. Ayanda enye simple sir. Yera Hamid, you are an academia. I respect you. You are a senior brother. NPP ayafuto ne de mamu. Sa futo ebi ne kan ye amusi ye NDC fo ye o. A mo de kwowo ho ye o. Se si a mo kasa no, enye NDC fo na mo eno ne mu mistake no. Sa o kasa no ye NDC targeter. Ubelusu o. O target ne Ghana fo a omubu afu omuye NPP fo omubu afu o target ne floating voters a omunetimi to aba e de nkofo ba aban mu nti wo kasa eya ma wo kasa no enye de ema obi oti akire etie no akasa Mustapha Hamid asema wa kan die wakasa yenti me to ma John Mahama, but this time around me to ma NPP. Because I can tell you, say, you won't go for bebre wo ha. Omuye NPP for mutuma John Mahama. Me metimi aka atro sa. You won't go for bebre a hinsamunti. Otoma ni MP a we MPP ni. But the Drew presidential no atoma John Mahama. You won't go for bebre. Ya de ni nim de na ekoso. Me say you were MPP for a omudi a hinsam ekotoma John Mahama. Enti sankrofo nyina pe bibi papa bi atie no ma ye convince say party no aya akono bi ne momo bi enya akwanya ne kasa na ye beko ye be say adoso hwe ene NDC fo omo kasa ye tie omo se say NDC fo afa mo MPP fo musubai makasa asem ya wo de hwe omo nyina NDC ni kasa MPP for ye gbogbo na bo say NDC ni enya time at the facts and figures what chire nyomanim kasa kwan so de bia bas no redeem ni di nkoma me say na wo na sabitabi me ya santini kura me ntimi mu besa oni Mahmoud Kabori twetwe nkomo a ebe obebu kura me ntimi mu me ya santini me ntimi mu. It tells you the level of communication omutimi ma eto asum oni ne nya adwen kura na ne kasa ye kura enough ene atwam enkofo mpentokwa enkofo mpe bugabuga enkofo pe oni ne beka na wa convince no adwene kwan so yempene na atwam ye de adwene ne eto aba Ghana ye nyina ye to aba wa wawe honorable wawe ni asre ni awie na dia ne obi be fa ballot ni e be kontokwa ne me tuja e we NDC for now tuja we NDC for floating voters ni so aka ne mo me nhwe yi Kofi your first comment and then na Abia Bem na
okay
your special guest at
enkomo ya ekoso yera Mustapha Hamid die ene Adenta Kumi nkomo ya in psychology ye frɛ bibi conformity ana say ye frɛ bibi audience inhibition eno ne say o kasa wani pem na ideal o person ka wo kasa bi Kofi is a boy, he is a boy nanso wudu nipem no crowd no said the nipa ni di wechi ye ne whatever reason ti bo say amade wo hwehwe no and some of person wo ka no na wako ka asem foforo ade a ha NPP pa enye sankrofo imienu nko even Dr. Mamadou Baomi akra eduru nipem a sometimes here na the communication na sesa na da ne da nyina na ase Common koyese as a ahimfie time MPP that has been the notion eda encrophobic especially MPP followers no o kan asem bi se nipa dowa e no kan asem but ye kan na ebi modwin se omo ye more MPP than encrophobia bi so we MPP a wonye MPP enchen ye mu bia ye wo fie ha but se ade no chia na se ebia ye chinewa at the end of the day na akoye atenie die nti na make sa nkomo ni pi no ho ya na ekwa na ebisa sa nti MPP pani now I know said there's new energy era MPP mu a gradually changing the status quo of the MPP said the amount for nim MPP and no minim new energy bia eremu as say no and nioma esesa but here lies the case and crophobia tintin chese said the na MPP tia kane no enya sa na omo pese omo di MPP call first said the na sitie before no but say no communication a very key in politics. Say no, the ordinary Ghanaian na odi politics and as a politician no all here said the nipano esiye de defa and this is the strategy NDC use say omo mobilizing this floating voters and now no me can say me say even craft and your marking won komo ya eba nanui eba no communication said the enough floating voters influenced by the way na MPP a communicative person say entesa o de hwe Rasafo je hwe Kabori hwe Abbas Nuruddin even crash small boy Hussein Ibrahim said the nem komosity no we are wine crana, we are wine be a fain who take a decision to follow a political party. Ideally, ube follow mo. But say no, I say, men can say youthful exuberance be a abe share MPP for bimu, and they said they na omusi e kasa na say no, hardly, nipa ni biwa na omo kasa kania. Ye nim say, I mean, something valuable be out of formwa. Nipa betumi apeke na akompele no ba se no enti sa biom ba ni nyina nkamfu ano obeka wie no obehu sa mistakes we are say all correct no na at the end of the day na ye di watem and only the saddest part say assembly koso in NDC now we criticize ya the way almost responding no enya sa na MPP responding and now no me try to me Facebook wall say a childish so ube use insults. And as I would the insult, the only means to respond to your critics. Childish, what's wrong with data and fact? It is a say no, say we MPP ni. Now kasa on say and now no na ye can send be afa ye rakofo. Said ye na kanino na osi communicative. And no ne beye nkrophobia kono ewo MPP mu. Ohwe ye ra edutum said you osi kasa. Nana MPP problem ni nyina communication. Eba no nimdia ye di buma ya omu wobi hwe ye rakojo ponkroma Yera Mohammed, Adam, former, finance minister. So, bra ye Kenoforiata free or buy. The knowledge now was through all of a sudden, and Ghana, ye started say ye 10 years around the corner. But say no, NPP problem by communication. And no now what can Omontiasiano, or why is so egoistic to the extent say they feel say they need not to be criticized. And only problem I want MPP Pamu and Dr. Baumia nim or Yahweh. Even Dr. Baumia himself no sometimes a band of communication or chifanable. And the other thing among consult or more expert in communication. Share just to MP. Share just to MP.
Yeah, penukre tuno.
Kwabena Boateng lawyer.
Yeah, penetuno. They say among for cre penetuno. Say oko supporti Kenya Ponti. Yeah, penetuno.
It is so
support
sad.
Kenya Pon. Inti yeah penetuno.
Or Kasa won't say yes, Sabio. Nyanse Kasa. Kwesteka. Or there's someone like us, HMN Sabonsu. For we know, Biana, you may be Mkosu ye one impetuous. But when it comes to political communication, he stands out. Ye was some profoning in our party anymore, and yes, I said your more free moon. And I know me can say me say MPP party ni war advantage bebre. Or more former president Nina Dasotiasi. Ye Rakofo Dasotiasi. Ye ran another Danko Kufuado Mu your Tiasi. But NDC nis halfway. But who acquire I just say be a Kabori actually. Minim strategy NDC fast all of a sudden. Omo communication society.
Mo strategy ba kone say asedi nketia eye authority.
Okay.
The tosu mi no fifi kote enso ye authority.
Okay.
General secretary modu. Oba MPP mu a JFK mu mfa na enye hwe mu no. Cause mu say JFK ye small boy. Ti JFK no kasa mu mfi no. Enu ntina na ye kasa ebeboa se omo benya nkrofo mu kasa ebetimi aboama enyoma akoye no. Enti when you compare the two now, what you say Yamin?
Yeah.
Na share Nanabi. Na share youth organizer Abdul Salam.
And Nana MPP starts a year with Yera lawyer JFK. On say oba for fraud na o communicate ye. But echi krana nimwaya ha. And currently nimwaya ha. He knows. Said they now man for a word dream be what JFK home say no and now no me kai say Yera Ghana ya to abawie ya ye John Dramani Mahama baya and send me na okafa galamse ho e wo Yera say ya bra obi asempa avena mu say JFK pani MPP pani omo won krofo asabi omo wanim dia ye di buman but communication a problem in the NPP.
Right. Thank you. Ebi, bare 5 minutes be in
medical boy, Yunia Adenta Kumi Abaso, oye Badremba. Na ninti ameka so e Badremba ne yeka so bi e Badremba onye nipa sebiu. Ono ni nsusiem no hu no se otenea to the point say ontumi enyam fom so. Badremba ne de otumi ya ade. Na osan tena se ehwehwe ade na oyim no ehu ba bia etochima. Na se etochima wa ba beji atum se ba bia me asem bia me kan na ne bia me da na di no entwa yi na ye koye nim no ye behwe se ye beteneten niema ese se ni suban wada na di na no pay e serve as lesson suehunu kese edema some of the MPP from saying social media for now so no ma be gu full soldiers no be gu social soldiers no ma di watem no enra time I can asem no oh bibri bi di watem say bi omo adwin shedan emundo na omo nim ndie
me so na madao omo didi omo ye me pa ho
so your nkofo bi o ha minim so omo adwin omo say MPP no e omo de a chen owura kofo mu a omo ho akono nti ye mu bi enya odode ma party na no ma be didi watem so we kan we no be didi dok ho atem na ese sa na opehu se bio onje ansa na wa ye niema because nipa na dok kan asem na enu nti obedi di na atem no anope ono ana frɛ you o say dok meti se waka masem na asem no me pese me kyerɛkyerɛm entwa yi na etiefo enso enhu nie nti e ma me kan asa asem no ti so say wan dwan kwa akyiri nti no udidi na atem but Kumi Adenta Kumi se bi na dwen mu do no e badwen ma nti ohun se ne ye no se bi o nipa obetumi afom te se de ye na yetumi fom no te ese se serve as lesson for sa yon nkofo bi ma no ti omo o minim so omo ni dwuma bi adi o omo so na omo betena anfie FM your friends and Facebook page na omo di matem no omo di atem no omo di doka atem
na dwuma no na wo so ye na dwuma
eno na dwuma
say wo so screenshot e omo dwuma no
se me nya dwuma wi na me ba himfie FM page na me hu se obi akon obi asem na omo ase bi omo use NPP flag na Dr. Baumia pictures as deep no ma be go no omo di watama emma party na enye makono because me wi ase no se bi efi am efi anti teme se me ndi amanfo atem ti se wo de atem ndi enko na obedi na wo kan you see the NPP atitro ye kan NPP anye omo di party na anim no ye nkire mu yi omo wo party no mu bi ase bi obebreni ni adwuma ye omo nkopa adwuma bi nye ena okonya MTN cheap bundle 3 series bi ana di amanfo atem no ye onipa bebra se bi omo abobra so omo wo hwe saa suban ne ne emma wo suban na oda na di ne map ade na wo pese wo defend na enye na kono eno na ma Adenta Kumi onim nyan so ono pese party ono de edi kan ono ne ho be ya akono na ne dibi a open obenya na afi ebesa ma party na ho ya akono ama omo tie ewu ni ntino ene waba be clarify waba kirechire niam mu ama on so ene so de osika sai me kra me chama adma no me nhia ne ba bia ada on dem e patron but wama mehu so ye badwema sa badwema suban ni bi su ne ban ni bi na ese sa ankofo na omo so na omo didi amanfo atam efa because time so we a party ade bia obi ba e be hwe mon nkomodie ma ye kan 100 70 ya atem ni dia 70 I mean
70
enti no meda Adenta Kumi as was set base MPP mabunu no omo nhwe ni suba na wada na dia no pay se na odidi doka tema ese se awie yi wa wo bompa e kire nyankopon so mfa wo bone nche na wonim nyansa the Tosumino, the Honorable Mustapha Hamid, for me am he doesn't do wrong in my eyes. Me to my catch say, one of the people me me admire. And I mean who young person at that time, and then you cry with 55 years bill. Time and I mean me all primary ho baby na President Kufuor time na ube who no abetna talking point, no abetna TV3 agenda na or kasa. Just say and some or can and some as our time untumi into aba. But unya all the me can say maybe a chum no dog. Na MPP a party. Sometimes say na kan wa haso me time President Kufuor na ma many J party no ho. Na uyi President Kufuor ankasa ne onkofo bi asa abre na omo no mo ta di tintima wo kasa emuma MPP party no. Honorable Sheikh Dr. Mustapha Hamid ye baako. Mr. Andrew Sawuni, meaning Samokai, man, a chief of a spokesperson, my President Kufuor. And now, Mr. Kwabena Ejapon, also any paba, he does no wrong in my eyes. Mr. Kwabena Ejapon can't simply name, men Kwame Sunaye. Because of the reputation, and I said, Dibia, any a Dibia, what building a dream. Oh, and I knew my maybe near friend Christian Checha, Samokai na, on a Gladys Asma. Mami bia na ono so ne brofo ka e de ye fekeke say o ka sampo na bia wunya nti de o ka na ne brofo no kwa ma wani gye no ho into Dr. Sheikh Mustapha Hamid enche bia I think about last week or baby na no kasa about the fact say gradually MPP lose the friend the intellectual ground to the NDC say omo nyina e be di juma also first vice chairman e de ahyemu kina enra de okan no yes ya asefem kakra but the mechanic say said the okan no ye nyina ye nyepe enti there sometimes no say edom no boje so titru occasion e ma okan ta asem no kofa ne forms na ne supporters boje no so doctor ne de keka ho na o person okan bibi o de den e de be show mu nkra omo even though me ne nya adwen say e be specify and of course your politics baby a ye edu no akoye say akoye so can be kire me a metumi a choose me metumi aka de chair saa den a kire. Oh, and for me, you know, in Chayi, menjin this Dr. Mustapha Hamid, okujina campaign from Sana Bibinia, Obekasa, true sense of the word, say, mess specify and they be me follow na che. Na make us say, oh, you'll be or cut cross. Also, can say in football, Quebec, so utility player. And me name how many politicians or more memoir the experience or what across so many fields.
Yeah.
Or a lecturer, no, or child you UCC.
Yeah.
or no editor Emma statesman. All right, one of the people I mean to my say from literary artist or try now what kind of say one no enti okate across various spheres and I would dini na aton chance bi na dwemu edo enti this will be a person will be the NPP and my first vice chairman no emre bi atwam said ye mu bi ne yesusa ne yehu no onkoso because membu no mo ba said the American no social media said bi onya nyansa de bia no mo yo atem didie to mo pe obi o mo be look up to mo te said the na me bi so na me tumi look up to no Honorable Dr. Mustapha Hamid because papa we intimi nyini ameso mepese me ba be di politics echi papa we intimi pese me MPP mo be ma kono no
right
ita su no na mepese okoso da na di na se bi ohia ne supporters mpa kasa no enkoye de ebe hye mabunu no nkran say omo nkodi atem ana so omo nkokeke bi nche obi but beyond that I think say the American he does no wrong in my eyes.